So thank you now once more, my country people. Them all my we don't join. Make sure say you play your part, you play your role for share the information, make it go far and wide, so that other people they go watch, they go listen. But the most important thing we also need to know now why we do these kind of presentations. Them a few reasons the day. One of them now for posterity, with the archive and with the preserve this information for future generations, the way they go understand exactly what will transpire in our time. Now, one of the reasons this way contribute to do what they do. So we don't already defeat ambassador terrorism, and the later stages, the later part of this presentation, I will explain for now. For the audio way I will record them, send them out yesterday. I know some many of you know there for WhatsApp, so when I know we get the audio, but I go rebroadcast them at the end of this live broadcast. Make you understand how much you don't defeat ambassador terrorism, how much you don't defeat the so-called Ambazonia revolution, and which way it remained today are just pure terrorism. So that one towards the end of the presentation where I could bring on to now. So today, for this early stage of the presentation, we'll go focus on the brilliant, fantastic news where it comes from the United States of America. Benedict Kwa, where they born in for 1974 on the 10th of February, when Peking will come out from the Northwest, as we know, he called himself the chairman of the War Council for Ambassador Defense Forces, the ADF, the terrorist group. Now, in that on the screen, now he be pronounced, say they don't sentence Senator Regina Mundi to death. He don't be indicted from Minnesota, United States of America yesterday. Of course, he partner in crime, Pascal Kiki, where the Bonnie on the 17th of April 1973, he be 52 years old. He to be an ADF, so-called logistics chief. He been one of the other people into the indictee along with Benedict Kwa yesterday. But before they indict those two, as we know very well, when I look on the screen, we get Cho Lucas Yaba to the far left of the screen, where they arrested him almost 1 year ago on the 24th of September 2024. He be charged by the courts of Norway or by the Norwegian authorities them for inciting crimes against humanity for Cameroon, and he don't be held without bail for almost a year, because just about 20 days it will make him exactly 1 year. So we're looking at less than 3 weeks. It will make him 1 year since where they arrested, the whole G awaiting trial. So they don't lock you up. He never be found guilty of any crime just because of the gravity of the charges. Them they talk it be too dangerous for them for release on bail. So they hold it in prison, in detention, awaiting trial. So the case they still go on. Trial not going to begin anytime soon. It will be at the earliest 2025. My country people them. So all the three people they want to see them on the screen, because the first picture now Cho Lucas Yaba and Benedict Kwa, and then the middle picture now Pascal Kikishe Wangbi, when I also picking for Bui division now Bansot picking, and you get Benedict Kwa Nwana as well, where I don't tell now Ayaba Cho Lucas now the oldest of them three. Ayaba Cho is 53 years old, Benedict Kwa it be 51, and then Pascal Kiki be 52 years old. So they've been at the age group, the same age group. Now people in this way, they don't start terrorism for Cameroon since in the 1990s. Now the very first Amba boys them, this way when I see them on the screen, the very first Amba boy them. So Amba boy now when I think say, when I go think say it start now yesterday or 2026, no. Now the very first Amba boys in this, and I don't make presentations them about this, and I go bring with more presentations them with evidence later on, maybe not today, but at a later date, for showing that the evidence of ambassador terrorism, how it started since in the 1990s, and I know they talk about just protest and whatnot. I talk about they carried guns, they carried bombs, they bomb Cameroon government institutions them. For Bui division, especially since in the 1990s or 1997, when I go here, Ayabacho Lucas himself will talk, explain which way they will do the terrorist atrocities. Now, why the way Ayabacho Lucas it be run out of Cameroon, he and Benedict Kwa and Pascal Kiki and Ebenezer Akwanga be arrested for 1997 until he run from prison a few years later. So my country people them, the indictment now fantastic news. Now, before I go show you the actual indictment, or maybe shall I? Okay, I will share with now my screen. I go add them to the stage. Now, bear with me 1 second. It will appear on the stage in a second. I just say my computer will be a little bit slow for some reason. Fantastic. So, hopefully, when I fit see the information we did on the screen, I don't share one of my windows with now. When I fit see them, I don't open 3 tabs. Them when I see this tab. What's going on there? Fantastic. So this one now the Office of the Public Affairs, United States Department of Justice, where they post them yesterday, Friday, September the 5th, 2025. They talk that 2 Minnesota men arrested for funding and directing kidnappings, bombings, and killings overseas. So I can't read that for now. But then now the next press release is from the United States Attorney's Office, District of Minnesota, where they released them to yesterday, Friday, the 5th of September, where they talk that the defendants, they be indicted for directing the kidnappings, bombings, and killings overseas. And then you also get this one now from the New York Times, when I see the headlines for the way they talk say, the leaders of African separatist movement indicted in Minnesota. The insurgents seeking to form a new nation for English speakers in Cameroon were led by men living in Minnesota, the federal prosecutor said on Friday, yesterday, and the federal prosecutor that, when I see a picture on the screen, Mr. Joseph Thompson, okay, and the news it be brought to us yesterday, 5th of September 2025, by Ernesto Londoño. So it be report from Minneapolis. So make I just give now a brief overview of the actual article from the New York Times. So the talk say in the Central African Republic or the Central African nation of Cameroon, rebels seeking to create a new country for English speakers have a resolute anthem that envisions a bloody struggle birthing a nation flowing with milk and honey. Their striped sky blue flag features a white dove. For years, the separatist leaders have exhorted compatriots abroad to bankroll the insurgency, striving to form a sovereign country called Ambazonia. On Friday, they suffered a major setback, some 6,500 miles from the front lines of the conflict. That has killed thousands when the federal law enforcement officials in Minnesota indicted 2 leaders of the movement, both naturalized U.S. citizens. According to the indictment, commanders of the so-called Ambazonia Defense Forces living abroad have overseen a years-long violent campaign in Cameroon that included bombings, executions, and kidnappings. While leading seemingly ordinary middle-class lives in the United States, the leaders wired tens of thousands of dollars and handed down orders to fighters on the ground over WhatsApp group chats, the prosecutor said. When American prosecutor, they tell you specifically, say they be send orders and money to the fighters on the ground via WhatsApp group chat. Now, because the actual FBI agents and the American authorities, they get the WhatsApp communications them. They inside their groups them. They get their communication them, the orders, the way they issue them, when, where, how much money they send them, who they will talk to, and all of those details. And because they don't seize their communication devices, their electronic devices them, they don't seize them. And even now today they seize them. I go bring una that evidence. Even Tapang I will go take part for this live broadcast. It will tell una since last year September, when they be arrest Ibacho Lucas, they will also go visit Pascal Kiki and Benedict Kwa for their house for America. They seize their communication devices just like how they do Christopher Anui own just last month. So it take almost a year for the actual indictment for come up because they be meticulous. They take their time for do their investigation. So here the New York Times actually called their names. It talks 2 of the men calling the shots, according to the prosecutors, were Benedict Kwa, 51-year-old of Woodbury, Minnesota, and Pascal Kikishi Wongbi, 52 years old of Ramsey City, Minnesota. Both were taken into custody on Friday. So they continue for talks. Mr. Kwa and Pascal Kiki were charged with conspiracy to kill, kidnap, maim, and injure persons abroad, and conspiracy to launder money. Mr. Kwa faces additional charges of conspiring to take someone hostage and conspiring to use weapons of mass destruction overseas. If convicted, they could face up to life in prison. So the charges, the way they bring them on them, they face up to life imprisonment. Okay, these are serious charges. My contributor. So the New York Times continued for talk say it was not immediately clear on Friday whether the men had retained lawyers. So Mr. Kwa, who uses the title as chairman of the War Council of the Ambazonia Defense Forces, is the movement's top military leader. Mr. Wongbi, or Pascal Kiki, a member of the War Council, uses the title head of the Defense Logistics and Human Resources, according to the prosecutors. Okay, the Minnesota The prosecutors, they talk say Minnesota is not a launching pad for overseas violence. The talk say operating from the comfort of their living rooms in Minnesota, the defendants caused violence and suffering half a world away. More than 89,000 Cameroonians lived in the United States, blah, 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 blah. They go on for talk about 2017, the separatist rebels, blah, blah, blah. In 2023, Amnesty International. Una get the links. I don't send the links for our WhatsApp groups. Any person we want to read the full articles, them feel free to go click and read them. So I will just skim through the important part I need to know. So key among them were Mr. Kwa and Wong B, Pascal Kiki and Benedict Kwa, according to the indictment. Since 2017, the men have acted as commanders in exile, fundraisers, and spokesmen for the separatist movement, the indictment says, since 2017. So, Capo Daniel, I will also bring his own case for here. He thinks that he be free because he resigned from the terrorism about 2.5 years ago for 2023. No, Capo Daniel, you are going down. They are investigating their activities from 2017, where you will be part, parcel, center, forward, so-called deputy defense chief. Capo Daniel, you are going down, and I go bring una videos for this live broadcast. It be very juicy, very sweet, very delicious. Una go enjoy this live broadcast, my contribute them. So the talk say in videos posted online, both men called for the killing of civilians believed to be government loyalists, who they refer to as blacklegs and enablers. Of course, just like me, when a countryman being a king of all the blacklegs. So they know, my contributor. They call Eric Tato say Gary Master for your own indictment. They work with weed on the drum. It be fantastic, my contributor. And I say, when I don't know, they work, it be meticulous. We don't plan these things them. So when we see the indictment of this kind of people, them for some of una, it catch now by surprise. But for we, now we did make it happen. Okay, now we did make the indictments that they happen. So when I bear with me, my contributor them at the camp for can't give una more information, for can't read them for una. I just want to check one or two things and for make sure so the live broadcast it go on smoothly in the background. Say una feel listen me. Okay, that's it. I don't check them. It's working fine. Una they hear me. When I leave una comments in the comment section, there is a part of this live broadcast where I will try to make it not last up to 2 hours. But there is a part where I can share with una the comments them in the comment section. For example, this person, Ebenezer Akwanga, we day here. When I see a comment appear on the screen, it say I'm watching with black legs. The struggle has failed. And we'll get few much Aretha or Benson Makiade for you. I comment that on the screen. I will can't read the comments them in a bit. So we'll continue to read the article. They say since 2001. Using the group social media accounts, both men called for fellow Cameroonians abroad to donate money for the takeover fund. That time, Capo Daniel, of course, be still being a part of them. It go down. Ask Lucas, Cecilia Amabo, and all of the rest. They will still be part of them. Even this other guy, Larry Ayamba, was still part of them. You are going down, okay? They used the money to make rudimentary roadside bombs, which the separatists refer to as pops and popcorn. When I been thinking the American authority no could know say when I mean say explosives, IEDs. For the indictment, they write down today, just like for Eric Tato on the right down, they say Gary Master to Gary means to maim, to cut people's hands and all of those things. Them they write down today. The talk say in online appeals, the separatist leaders called donations for the fighters to, or they call them liberation tax. Of course. even Capo Daniel talk and say Nayi come up with the idea of liberation tax. Capo Daniel is going down. As Lucas, all of them they are going down. Capo Daniel thinks that because he resigned 2023 from around April 2023 from the Ambassador Terrorism Madness ATF, he thinks say it be free. No, ma read this part for now. It be delicious. This one so I highlight them. When I see am no, ma zoom am in. Zoom them in a little bit more so that when I see I'm fine. When I see I'm no, this part they say amongst the group's highest profile crimes was April 2022, the kidnapping of Senator Elizabeth Regina Mundi, who was then 79 years old and part of the country's ruling party. Mrs. Mundi was forced to record a statement in captivity in which she pledged allegiance to Ambassador terrorists. Okay. So that kidnapping of Senator Regina Mundi is one of the group's highest profiled crimes. They don't even talk about the beheadings and the public executions for Guza Market Square way. Capo Daniel usually use them as though for cover because that execution happened just after Ibidon resigned from the ADF. So according to Yi, now the most high profile crime that way ADF don't commit them. Now why that way they arrest Ayabacho, blah, 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 blah. No, it's a combination of all of those things. And most of those crimes will be committed when Capo Daniel Bibi a part of that gang of the terrorist group. Okay, so all of them are going down. This particular broadcast, Capo Daniel now he asshole he nyash in the Twitch like rabbit own as they, because they must they hear the listen, they cannot ignore Countryman. As they hear the listen, now so they ask the Twitch, they read what Countryman they talk, and it go happen. Like I talk, many of una they see these things that they happen for una they catch una by surprise, but for me, not by surprise because now things that this way we don't work for achiever. Now we cost make it happen. Now me I make the arrest Ayabacho Lucas. There are many other ways, and many things we don't do in the background. One of them now just presenting this evidence over and over and over and over again, make them impossible, untenable for the international community from Norway to the American government for ignore this evidence where they in front of them. Okay, so. For that, their WhatsApp group at the tell now because they get their communication for WhatsApp and everything. When I see they tell now the prosecutors, them American FBI, they tell now wait they debate for their WhatsApp group. They talk say debating her fate in the commander's WhatsApp group. According to the prosecutors, Mr. Benedict Kwa wrote, he say this woman will not go free. That is a direct quote. Where you write them and it go answer them for court. I get videos now can plan for this live broadcast of other quotes, other statements, the way they do them on video, where they go give account for court. Now not time for accountability. When I go swallow na fufu, that kum tight for na hand, you go swallow them. That's all. Whether soup day or soup no day, you go swallow the fufu when I must finish them. So, Mr. Wong B. Pascal Kiki, it talks it suggested that she be executed. They're actually discussing murdering someone, a civilian who was taken alive, and then they therefore they conspiring to murder her. And then, like I talk for this live broadcast, I will bring on evidence to all these things the way they do. And now why that will continue for the broadcast the evidence. The prosecutors in America they sleep now for our website. They did for our WhatsApp. We did send information to them directly via email. They did call me. We did talk to them from the FBI and the rest. The prosecutors from Norway, the ones for Finland, the ones for America. We talk to them. Okay, so they said Pascal Kiki, he write them, he take them, and now they quote, wait way Pascal Kiki talk, he say, take her out as soon as possible. Well done. At that time for 2022, where they kidnapped Senator Regina Mundi, they will play all those videos. Them Capo Daniel can't make speech, talk. I go can't play all those videos and for this live broadcast. I didn't go nowhere. No, I prepare for this live broadcast. Last night I no sleep. I prepare for this live broadcast. I'll bring on evidence, like I talk. This one now archiving, so that the future generation too they could know which way we experience them, which way happen. The Cameroonian military rescued Senator Regina Mundi a month after her abduction. The prosecutors said an outcome that Mr. Benedict Kwa lamented in a video posted online, calling it a heartbreaking situation. I get the video. Of course, the video they online. All man get the video. And then they continue for talks later that month for 2022 May, because they kidnapped Senator Regina Mundi on the 30th of May 2022, and then the 30th of April, the rescue year. So they talk about May, April. Later that month, the prosecutors added that Mr. Benedict Kwa launched a new fundraising campaign online called Operation 200 AKs. Capo Daniel, did you contribute to this Operation 200 AK because you were still a part of that terrorist group for more than a year after? Did you contribute? You are going down. You are going down. They don't even know them say raising money to fund violence and terror in a different country, not crime inside the United States of America and not crime inside Canada. Okay, whether you commit a crime for different country before you come for Canada, you will still be arrested and you will answer for those crimes. Just because for For example, if you murder some person for one country, then run enter another country, you know me say that country where you there for, they know to prosecute you for that crime, especially in the crimes against humanity. Crime against humanity don't get jurisdiction. Okay, so they say seeking money for new rifles. Now, why that way they be launched Operation 200 AKs? So they urge Cameroonians abroad to turn your anger into guns, your frustration into guns, and your hope into even more guns. Now, Pascal Kiki and Benedict Kwade talk so. So over the next year, they raised over 31,000 US dollars. Them they send them on the ground for buy weapons for kill Cameroonians. Them. So my contributor, I might take that one off the screen now. Okay, when I don't get the information, now bear with me. I get a I don't know what's with that beautiful background where we make them. It don't go. So now the background that okay now in that. So like I talk when I look on the screen, my contributor, all those people that they did on the screen are just a few. I never put Cecilia and Mambo a picture for this. So you get Alberto Lucas where they don't already arrest him. He already face consequences them. He don't already incarcerated for almost a year awaiting trial on charges of inciting crimes against humanity for Cameroon. He there for prison for Norway. The person we there for Nkunda now Benedict Kwadat, okay. He be indicted yesterday, the 5th of September 2025. Ye and the person we did next for middle, when Pascal Kiki, okay? And then now, the next one, the way they go indict them, now As Lucas and Ngong Emmanuel Ndong, where it go by the alias Capo Daniel, both of them, be there for Canada. And then you get Larry Ayamba. Ye too could be indicted, he could go prison for all these crimes. Ayabacho don't already go. Tapang Ivo, you two could go. You get Julius Ni, you two, you go. All of them, when I go see them now, small, they go swallow that fufu way themselves, so they pound them, they prepare them. Now my contributor them, master play the videos the way I bring her for now, okay? The evidence of their crimes and atrocities, master with this one way and know say, oh, I know this one, okay?
We will take care of them. Our forces will take care of them. As you all know, yesterday, the Ambazonia Defense Forces, following the established Ambazonian Code of Law and Code of Justice, carried out summary execution. Public.
So when I hear 4th of October 2023, now also look as that they publicly execute those two people then for Goza Market Square. When I hear what you talk about, it say they carry out summary execution, and then they go on for literally summary execute the people them. So when I hear this video, now me I cover the video because of that, you know, the pathway it not be good for social media. I produced this video deliberately and not put MKP the stamp today. I indict the Norwegian authorities and the Canadians them. So may they hold these criminals them to account. This video go viral. This video get millions of views them. Now Amnesty International that where they will write about the public execution on the 6th of October 2023 and they talk to Cameroon. The unlawful killings of these two people by the separatists must not go unpunished. Okay, so Amnesty International call for accountability, call for them for be punished, for held accountable. You get all of those people because of that. But bear with me. Sorry, say I show now that part of the video. No be one, you know, now the kind of video that I'm not really supposed to see them. But yeah, so now the video that those two victims them where they summarily execute them now. Ambassador terrorists that they do they can't claim responsibility. One of the reasons why they do now out of frustration because of the failed Canada pre-talks. When we work so hard for deny any involvement inside that Canada pre-talks, we set Ayabacho up, make and they become so frustrated they go do this kind of public execution. This one be just been at the last straw on the camel's back. Before this public execution happened, Capo Daniel don't resign. So now Capo Daniel started go on as though it be free from Ambassador terrorists, their atrocities then because this particular execution it will still be a part of the gang. So when I listen to it, Capo Daniel be talk after they be arrest Ayabacho Lucas from Norway. When I listen,
my country people na Capo Daniel this is the one for can talk on this very good news where it is sweet my heart, sute it is sweet my heart it is jolly. Ayabacho Lucas, the short wicked man in Norway, as Abidan one una Abidan te una say it go happen. he then be arrested for crimes, for inciting crimes against humanity. It is now confirmed that Ayabacho have been arrested. Police didn't catch him for Norway for the crimes of inciting crimes against humanity in his rule as leader of AGOVC ADF. Unlike Eric Tato, where they don't give you bail for crimes and way they commit for America, we will not know whether they will give the Ayabacho bail, because if you go charge you for court, they will give you bail. But one thing we will know, now say for the case, for the people them for Gozang, that 2 people there they be killed for Gozang, where Lucas, Asu, Mumu, if they can't stand, claim responsibility, lie for their name, say now because they work with Rene, that Cameroon B. Where that person, that 2 people, then are just innocent people, then way, the only reason why they kill them, I say, Ayabacho talks to me, then show example, say, they go and fight against black leg. So then go kill innocent people. Lie again on top their head, say they don't catch them, keep them for 1 month for investigate. Where they not even arrest that people them. They don't can catch them for road, so catch them for their bar, for their store, go shoot them for road, kill them. So they don't catch the Ayabacho. They want a lesson for we all. Make all man know say, you know if we use self-defense, use our Ambazonian struggle for go begin commit war crime them against our own people.
So when I don't hear my country people them, Capo Daniel Gong Emmanuel Dong will go to prison himself. It is glad they celebrate, say they don't arrest Ayabacho Lucas. You don't know what to be the way. Now my country people them, when I bear with me, I play the next videos them. I play the next videos them when I go here now. Now, more focus on Capo Daniel a bit. Now we'll come to Pascal Kiki, we'll come to Ayabacho Lucas himself and everything else. Now, Capo Daniel this time where they be kidnap Senator Regina Mundi. Now Capo Daniel this. Now listen.
And she has been found guilty and sentenced to death. That is her punishment. But Mrs. Mundi is not just a senator. It being at the handpick, it being at the political bureau, member of the political bureau of the CPDM. The political bureau na the highest power, highest level of authority and accomplices with the Bulu Beti regime. She is the one and only from the Savannah State, Ambazonian, who is in that committee. These are the people who govern even the CPDM elites. She is more than the Prime Minister. This is the biggest fish we have captured. She is the criminal. She is the justifier. She is giving rubber stamp. They are the people who give the d'accord for Mr. Pobia to implement his so-called anti-terrorism law that has criminalized our people. She has messed up her road, done all type of criminal activities, enabled them, and think she will go free. There are many people out there like her. There are many Mrs. Mundi who walk around calling themselves senators, parliamentarians, mayors. Your day will come just like her have come. She has been arrested. She has had her day in court with overwhelming evidence of her crimes. It is not in dispute that she is not representing Ambazonia in La Republique when she is not elected from a government that have no legitimacy over our territory. She has been partner with the Cameroon government to rubber stamp the anti-terrorism law that have led to the killing of our people, the denying of their dignity, their incarceration, and she has been found guilty and sentenced to death. That is her punishment for the crimes. It fits the gravity of the situation and the criminal activities of the Cameroon government.
So my country people them, when I don't hear what way Capo Daniel it don't talk. At that time, it be the run him up, it no be no say consequences a good day. Today, it thinks say because if he don't resign for ADF, it no go face the consequences of things the way he be do time where it be still there for ADF. Now make her play the next one, my country because